We are now in the male slave dungeon. And then just look at the size of this room. From here to that side, about 1,000 men ruthlessly held. They slept here on bare floor and even on top of the others. Fed twice a day, morning and then evening. In the rusty chains and shackles, day and night, and then also at all times, okay, when they were captured, when they were here in their ship and other places, so that nobody could escape. No light and no air. So their only source is this shiny space up here. The entrance door was closed by the British. Over here, those who decided to fight for their freedom, British were annoyed, captured those ones, and they kept them in this room. Please, we are going there.
Be careful. Watch your heads, everybody.
Watch your step.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Part of a drainage system.
All right. They took more than 60 years to build the whole house. Yeah. That's how the building materials imported. About 2 million crimson bricks imported all the way from England. And British again, they went to Barbados for some time. But at that time, the coast here was rocky. Okay, there was an outcrop of rocks. So they blasted and they quarried the rocks. Also discovered seashells on the way to Elmina, which is not far from here. And see, the shells, very good material for making lime. So that was what they used as their binding material. So there's no cement and no iron rod. It's full of stones, burnt bricks, lime, seashells, as you see, and other volcanic debris. The lime, which is the calcium carbonate, when it comes into contact with atmospheric moisture and then air, it oxidizes. Okay, and then the more the air blows over it, the more oxidation takes place, and the harder or the stronger the building becomes. So, you've not done much renovation in this castle. And it's also one of the reasons why this castle is still on the list of UNESCO's World Heritage Site. They use free labor from Africa to complete the whole house. The castle here was built in phases. In this room alone, about 200 men also crammed from different tribes. And later, British went to the southern part of Nigeria, down to the south to Angola. Along the coast, they captured some, brought all here before shipping those people away. So here was, the headquarters for the British trading activities in the West Coast. And then it's also one of the biggest slave-holding castles in the whole world. But we are all not proud of it. See, urinating, defecating, they slept in this same room. And down here was their urinal. They passed round and round.
I'm standing right in it too.
The sea. Sure. And that's one point. Let me show you another terrible example. See, on the wall, you see some letters, some marks on it.
1, 2.
There was an excavation in this particular room in 1974 by Doig Simons and his team from the US. Now, one of their research findings in this room was that from this level here up to this ground was platform of human waste.
Oh.
Yeah. Pile up to this level. So where we are standing now, this was the original level of the floor. And my dear brothers were inside it. I mean, doing all sorts of things in their own toilet. And if someone dies here, that person will be thrown into the sea for fish. Some of the items found in this room during the digging was the shackles and chains used to brace them, and these antiques are still being kept in our museum. After the tour, you go to the museum to see those things with your rare eyes. They were here for about 6 weeks, and that was even the minimum, because some will stay longer than that, depending on the time the ships would arrive. But then there wasn't efficient ships, and you all agree with me. So when the ships arrived, then the men will walk through the tunnel to join the women, and then they all finally pass through the door of no return to be taken to the journey of no return. So from here, you all going straight to the entrance of the tunnel to continue. But then if you have any question, please welcome. Yeah.
Did you say that in this room that those who tried to escape, I think you mentioned something like that?
Those who were causing troubles over there, they were.
So they separated those who were...
Yeah, they were separated.
And what are we looking at up here? Because you said they were...
It used to be a spy hole for the security. Yeah. Security, checking on them. Yeah. It's not only this one, you see some as you go down there.
Did they throw the food out of the thing?
Sometimes, you see, their mercies were at the hands of their governors. If you get a good governor, that one, he wouldn't mind sending all the captives outside at the courtyard, that parade where we were standing, to eat and drink. But if you get a bad governor, they don't mind, throwing the food from the height for them to scramble the food down.
Like entertainment to them. It must be, funny to them.
Oh, yes.
Another question, please?
Yeah?
Why is this always referred to as a castle? We always hear Slave Castle.
Yeah. It's quite strange, okay, because most historians they always write castles, but I don't think so. A castle.
European historians.
Sure.
Historians,
yeah.
History.
Yeah. They have.
If I may come in a little bit, the whole idea from the very beginning was not to enslave, but to build a castle as a trading post, to be able to get the gold, the ivory, the spices and other things and send it to Europe. That is why they name it as a castle. And they fortify it, make sure there are securities all around that no one will be able to attack them.
So it's really more like a fortress than a castle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe a more appropriate term would be to refer to it as a
Fortress.
slave fortress, perhaps.
You're right.
You're right.
I think it's very important, I don't mean to split hairs, but I think it's very important for us to think of the correct terms, because we're taught to use terms that water down and minimize and marginalize our experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not a castle.
Yeah. It's
Sir, you are from where?
I'm from here, from Ghana.
You're from Ghana.
Yeah.
Do you know that everyone here is pretty much an American, correct?
Yeah.
you're aware that we were enslaved. We. Everybody here is a descendant of a slave. What is the African response? Because you need to know that you were never enslaved. We were enslaved. And I want you to know that we're coming here because this is a serious thing to us. But what's the Ghanaian response, or the response from Africans when you see us coming home? How do you feel?
Yeah, very friendly. Okay, we see you as brothers and sisters. Yeah, we see you not as strangers. No. Yeah, there's a connection. That's why we have some days like Emancipation Day, which is celebrated in this country. We also have Panafest, which is also celebrated in this country every 2 years. We just had the last Panafest in August. Yeah, and we are trying to reconcile. Okay. The continent and our dear brothers and sisters living in the diaspora, so that the wrongs and the mistakes and those things pass, and then you have a development towards our great future. Yeah.
Okay.
So you see you not as ordinary people, but very precious, yeah, and so friendly, yeah, brothers and sisters, yeah.
As we went around, if you can bear me witness, we went to a lot of places, and people who meet us, they use the word brother, sister. Oh, this is my brother. Oh, this is my sister. That one alone tells you the type of things that they have in mind and in their hearts. They see you as a brother, they see you as a sister coming back to the motherland. Now, you will see a symbolic thing when we get to the other side of it. Why you are here and why we see you as a brother or a sister. When we get to the other side, you will see. My brother will definitely explain that. Thank you.